Hello everybody, welcome back into another Mix TV Christmas Spotlight as we're going to be spotlighting different things for you over these next several days. Ready for another spotlight? We're going to talk to you about holiday catering at this time, and no better place to start with Tasteful Gatherings. Dee Johnston is going to join me right now, the owner of Tasteful Gatherings, and going to introduce yourself to our listening audience. How you doing, Dee?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having us on.
Well, first of all, let's just start from the beginning. Tell us a little bit about Tasteful Gatherings.
Well, Tasteful Gatherings has been in business since 2013. We specialize in great food and beautiful food display. We do weddings, we do corporate catering, we do small parties and large parties.
Well, we're going to dive into more about that throughout this
Sure.
little special segment we're doing here on Mix TV. First of all, tell us your story personally.
Absolutely. I started in the business in 2011. I worked for a country club and I was the event coordinator there, and I just really fell in love with the industry. I had been in the corporate world for 20 years and I thought it's time for a change. So I started out there, kind of learned the ropes, and then I started my own business. And I've loved it ever since. Catering and event planning is my thing.
And as we go through this, event planning is something that you want to make sure people understand a little bit more.
Yes.
That's kind of the future for Tasteful Gatherings.
It is. The rental equipment, tables, chairs, linens, decor, dishes, those kinds of things, those can be added onto your catering or they could be ordered separate from the catering.
All right, tastefulgatherings.com is the website. We want to continue to get that bit of information out there. What about a phone number as we get started here?
Absolutely. The number is 423-716-2343.
That's for Tasteful Gatherings.
Yes.
Now I know that we have been at a couple events that you have catered for us and different people, clients that we've been a part of. The food is wonderful, so let's start off with that information. What sets you apart food-wise from other folks?
Sure, absolutely. I think it's that we hand make almost everything in-house. Our sauces, our breadings, our vegetables, our meats and things, we don't use frozen, and so that makes the food really good. It's good ingredients. That's where it has to start.
You know, we're looking at some of the slides here from some of the things that you have done in the past. You know, presentation is such a key too when you're out there in the community and people are coming to a corporate event and those type things. And it looks like that, and what I've seen firsthand as well, the presentation that you guys do is remarkable as well.
Thank you so much for saying that. And the food, we want it to be the star, and everything else just helps that happen. Color, texture, we like to mix all that just to get a beautiful presentation.
Now, as we are airing this here on MixTV.tv, talk to us a little bit about holidays. Is there still room for people to get in?
Absolutely. We still have some room for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
We can come in, and something that people are really aware of and sensitive to are the health issues that we've experienced recently.
Sure.
So for one company, we're going to actually go in and set up a buffet, but we're going to have to-go boxes. And so as their team members come in, we build their food in those to-go boxes, and then when they get to the end, we just hand it off to them. So no one is touching utensils or drinks or anything like that to help keep people healthy.
Again, Dee Johnston is here with Tasteful Gatherings. We're talking about holiday events, which is the holiday season.
It is.
So
yes,
people
sir.
are looking forward to booking those events, whether it's personal. And one of the things that I know that you're very proud of too, corporate events.
Correct.
Kind of walk us a little bit through that.
Absolutely. We have a pretty open calendar, especially Monday through Friday. We do a lot of wedding catering as well, but that's primarily on weekends. So if you have an event that you need us to come in and set up, we can do box lunches, we can do a hot meal, a traditional holiday meal, with the beverages, the desserts, the dishware, if it's disposable, we can do disposable, whatever it is that the company requires.
Yeah, and one thing that I like too about what you guys do there at Tasteful Gatherings, it's not only the meal, it's the presentation, it's the drinks, it's the desserts, it's everything. So it's really a one-stop shopping for all your catering.
It
needs.
is, absolutely, yes.
So
yes,
we
and
definitely
love
encourage
that.
people to reach out to you there. Let's
Well,
get that
thank you.
contact information.
Absolutely. You can reach us at tastefulgatherings.com. You can also reach us at 423-716-2343.
Now, let's talk a little bit about maybe some of those specialty things. I know that you're very prideful of some of the items that you make that we are again seeing here on our screen
Right.
behind us. What are some of those things you feel like it's Tasteful Gatherings' own recipes?
Absolutely. Well, one thing I do want to speak about before we talk about recipes is, as you see the beautiful food displays, a lot of those are charcuterie displays with cheeses and meats and nuts and pickles and all those things, but we also like to add some vegetables and fruits into that, and you can see that in some of the presentations. But as far as, we just have really good food. Our meats, we do a really good stuffed chicken Florentine with mashed potatoes and any kind of vegetable that you want. Our vegetable medley, we don't use frozen. We cut fresh vegetables, we grill those, and we season them, and we hold them so that they don't become mush. It's just a really good situation there.
Yeah, Dee Johnston joins us here from Tasteful Gatherings as we find out about information about the holidays, corporate events. Of course, spring, summer, we'll be here before we know it.
Absolutely.
And people will be ready to get those big events going on. You mentioned weddings as well.
Yes.
Let's kind of talk a little bit more about those weddings. What can you do for those potential new brides?
Well, we can do pretty much anything they need. We can provide their food. We can set them up with a bartender and with a baker. And we have lots of connections in the industry, in the bridal industry. And so we can help you field all that. I help a lot of people from out of state. I'm very hands-on in my business, and I talk to each client individually to find out what their needs are.
And besides the catering side, you're also a coordinator that helps with these, and a wedding planner and those type of things as well.
Yes, absolutely. And then also with equipment that they need and things like that, such as the linens, the tables, the chairs, the dishes, and that kind of thing.
Now, one thing that when we were talking before the interview started here, again, Dee Johnston is with us with Tasteful Gatherings. Go to tastefulgatherings.com to get the details. Family owned, operated.
Yes.
You're very excited about that as well.
I am. My son, he works with me. My husband is with me on weekends. It's just a family atmosphere. And even the staff that we have on board have been with me for years. And we have a family type atmosphere as far as that goes too. So, yes.
Now, one of the things I want to kind of go back to some of your food items there. In today's society, there's a lot of those special food needs and things like that. When people call in and have those type of situations, those allergies and those things, are you able to help those people as well?
Dwayne, that is a great question. It really is. And I'm so glad you brought that up because, yes, we do. We have a good vegan, vegetarian menu. We've noticed there's a lot of people with gluten allergies or gluten sensitivity. We can accommodate that. We are not a kitchen that is gluten-free completely. So I want to be clear about that. We do prepare breads and things like that in our kitchen that has gluten in the flour and things. But we can, as long as it's not someone that is just extremely allergic, we can accommodate that and keep those foods separate.
Again, tastefulgatherings.com is the website. And Dee, give us that phone number again.
It is 423-716-2343.
Now, you're mentioning with the holidays that the calendar is somewhat available. So we would encourage people to get on board quickly.
Absolutely, because we are filling pretty fast. We have some dates blocked, but not all of them. We have several left.
Now, if I'm someone that has an office of 12 or an office of 50 or even larger,
yes.
Can you accommodate all those different sizes?
We can, and we can do it several ways. We can do a drop-off, and where we come and we set up, and then we come back later and pick up the equipment. We can do box lunches, as I spoke about earlier, or we can do a full-on catering, where we come in, we set up, we have servers that stay with it, they bust the tables, they keep things neat and clean. We can do as much or as little as corporations need us to do.
Now, if I'm interested in finding out more about your services, we've mentioned the website several times.
Yes.
But once I navigate to that website, what are some of the task menu bar things I'm going to see at the top that will help me understand?
Good question. At every tab, there's a place to go in and fill out your contact information and what you're looking for. That comes directly to my email, and I will answer you.
Okay, so tastefulgatherings.com
Correct.
is the website that you can get all that information from. We talked about the holiday events that's coming up. The size doesn't matter if it's big or small, you're able to
Correct.
help. Weddings is a specialty. That's kind of a niche that you
Yes.
love to do.
Yes.
Corporate events,
Yes.
no size too big or small in that as well.
Not at all.
What if I am someone that's putting together a big outdoor event for spring and summer?
Yes, we can bring a big grill and we can grill hamburgers,
Oh.
hot dogs. And we can bring you some brisket. We can do all that for you as well.
So Dee, it sounds like no matter what my concerns would be as someone that needs your services, you're going to be able to help me really start to finish. One-stop shopping, which is what we all really love these days.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
All right, so let's give that contact information out again, tastefulgatherings.com. Dee Johnston is the person you would reach out to. Her staff is very competent and they'll be able to answer those hard questions, be able to get you through any of the processes there that you may need to know. Now, I guess without getting too deep, if people, do you do pricing by the event, by the person, kind of just a little bit of that information?
Absolutely. We do it by the person.
Okay. So that
Yes.
makes it easy too, so you're not
Yes.
overpaying for
Exactly.
an expectation of this and having that type
And
thing.
our proposals are itemized, so
Okay.
you see everything. There are no hidden fees, none of that kind of stuff. You see what you're paying for a server, you see what you're paying for food, beverages, equipment, the whole thing.
Again, this is a Mix TV Christmas Spotlight that we're doing here today. Tasteful Gatherings is the place that would love to get with you on all of your holiday needs. Dee, I'm going to let you close here by just telling our people what you would want them to know in closing.
Absolutely. I'd like for you to know that we're here for you. We love our community, and just give me a call at 423-716-2343, and I'll take care of your catering needs.
All right, Tasteful Gatherings, that's the place to go, tastefulgatherings.com. This is Dwayne with Dee with Mix TV with another Christmas Spotlight.